Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing WWE Hot Take Season 2, Episode 7. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. In today's episode, we will actually be having the normal 6 hot takes, 2 for Monday Night Raw, 2 for NXT, and 2 for Friday Night SmackDown. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to our first hot take of the week. Will Roxanne Perez win the Women's Elimination Chamber match? I understand that this is fantasy booking in its finest. The obvious choice to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match would either be Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair. But fantasy book we shall. I mean, if you're gonna throw anybody into that type of spotlight, I think Roxanne Perez can handle it. She is the 2022 Women's Iron Survivor Challenge winner. Roxanne Perez was an NXT Women's Tag Team Champion alongside Cora Jade, and Roxanne Perez is a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. She has all the credentials in the world. This is her first WWE PLE, and what a start for the prodigy Roxanne Perez, going inside the demonic elimination chamber structure for the first time in her career. When you look at the field, I see Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez, and I really feel like Roxanne Perez is the dark horse in this match. I kind of thought we was going to get Raquel Rodriguez since Bianca Belair has Naomi, but Bianca Belair and Naomi kind of ruined that with a distraction, which opened the door for Roxanne Perez to hit her signature pop rocks on Raquel Rodriguez for a 1-2-3 in order to be able to qualify. I do like Roxanne Perez in this matchup, though. I think she's going to get very creative in this matchup. I expect her to be in the ring when the bell rings. I don't expect Roxanne Perez to have one of the 4 pods, but that's okay, because as we saw at the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble, Roxanne Perez can go for days. She went 67 minutes in the Women's Royal Rumble match just to finish runner-up. So Roxanne Perez could definitely handle going coast to coast inside the Elimination Chamber match. And I think Roxanne Perez is going to get a lot of valuable experience in this match. She's going to be in the ring with people like Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, the crafty veteran that is Naomi, and not to mention Bayley, one of the 4 horsewomen. So definitely a lot of big names to live up to, but if anybody could do it, it is Roxanne Perez. I do think Roxanne Perez will probably get at least 1 elimination. I could see Roxanne Perez eliminating somebody like Bayley to keep their storyline going, or Naomi, but at the end of the day, maybe if Roxanne Perez won the Women's Elimination Chamber match, it would be Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez at WrestleMania, and honestly, that sounds like a really good match in itself, but we will find out on March 1st, but the big question is, will Roxanne Perez win the Women's Elimination Chamber match? And our second hot take of the week, will the Judgment Day replace Finn Balor with a new member? talking the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio said he thinks the Judgment Day would prosper over a new member. Finn Balor made it clear when they spoke backstage, no new members. And honestly, the Judgment Day has a history of kicking people out, and it's right there in the writing for me to see. I mean, when the Judgment Day kicked Edge out, they were at heads for a few weeks beforehand. When Rhea Ripley came back, Dominic Mysterio was having a thing with Liv Morgan, and they were at heads for a good 4 to 6 weeks before the Judgment Day turned on Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. So now Finn Balor is at heads to Judgment Day after Finn Balor came back. I do expect tensions to rise this Monday night, especially with the fact that Finn Balor failed to qualify for the men's elimination chamber match. Raquel Rodriguez failed to qualify for the women's elimination chamber match as well. So definitely a lot of tension is going to be within the Judgment Day. I do think that if they do kick Finn Balor out and have a new member emerge, I think that would happen at somewhere like the Elimination Chamber or a PLE. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened on Raw on Netflix, but I think that a moment like that, culminating in the storyline that the Judgment Day are telling, I really feel like it deserves to be on a PLE stage, even if it's just a segment, even if it's Finn Balor in a match with the Judgment Day coming to ringside just to betray him afterwards. I'd be definitely here for that too. And honestly, Dominic said that they need a new member now that JD's been injured. I would definitely think Carlito would be on board with Dominic Mysterio. And Liv Morgan, is going to be on board. And if Liv Morgan is on board, then Raquel Rodriguez is going to be on board. So it really feels like Dominic Mysterio right now is leading the Judgment Day, regardless of what Finn Balor says or what's going on. But I do think that the Judgment Day would prosper over a new member joining their stable. It would definitely be something fresh. It would keep the gimmick going for the Judgment Day, in my opinion. I think that if you add a new member to the Judgment Day, maybe a big bad muscle guy, I really feel like you've got more story to tell, at least for the next 9 to 12 months. I mean, if you bring a new member in, you can drag this all the way out to 2026 if you want to. And honestly, I would enjoy it if you're gonna tell me a compelling enough storyline with the Judgment Day that's going to leave me shocked, leave me in tears at points, and leave me ecstatic. Then I am all here for the Judgment Day having a new member. But the Judgment Day, like I said, they've got history with kicking out members that they don't see eye to eye with after a while. The Judgment Day, in my opinion, is not currently seeing eye to eye with Finn Balor. So the question arises at that point, will the Judgment Day replace Finn Balor with a new member? And our third hot take of the week will take us down to NXT. Carmen Pekovic deserves to be the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Well, this past Tuesday on NXT, there was a triple threat match for the number one contendership for the Women's North American Championship. It was Carmen Pekovic versus Kalani Jordan versus Jada Parker, and first and foremost, these three women put on a show, a great triple threat match. I love the fact that these three women are finally getting the spotlight and the time in the ring to shine that they so desperately deserve. In my opinion, you're not gonna have a strong building without a foundation. And in my opinion, when it comes to the NXT Women's Division, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Pekovic, they are the foundation to the building that is the NXT Women's Division. Week in, week out in the ring, grinding, and this match was probably one of the best NXT women matches we've had so far this year. That's right, I'll say it. It could have had a little bit more of a definitive ending, but Jada Parker was in control of this match. She wanted to flaunt and look into the WWE universe instead of paying attention to the match. And in that short span of time, Carmen Pekovic came in, pinned Kalani Jordan for the 1-2-3, and right after that, Jada Parker attacked Carmen Pekovic in response to sneaking in with the win. But at the end of the day, you got to win the match by any means necessary. This is a triple threat match. The winner is going to face Stephanie Valkyr, which is Carmen Pekovic. So next week on NXT, it'll be the NXT Women's North American Championship, as the champion Stephanie Valkyr will defend against Carmen Pekovic. And honestly, I can't wait to see it. I'm so happy that these girls in NXT are actually getting title opportunities. Carmen Pekovic has been on the NXT Women's Division for the better half of 2 years now. Kalani Jordan was the NXT Women's North American inaugural champion. But Jada Parker, same situation. She's had a couple of NXT Women Championship opportunities, but Jada Parker has been here for the better half of 2 years, and in 2024, she had the second most wins in all of NXT when it came to the women's division, only to Roxanne Perez. So that speaks volumes to how much Jada Parker has been in the ring week in and week out. But the star of this evening is Carmen Pekovic, who was able to capitalize on a laid out Kalani Jordan. And in my opinion, if you're going to capitalize, you need to do it at the right time. Carmen Pekovic capitalized at the right time, and in my opinion, that's why I think Carmen Pekovic deserves to be the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And our fourth hot take of the week: will Obafemi face Moose at NXT Stand and Deliver? This Tuesday on NXT, Obafemi was in the ring talking about how he was the ruler of NXT, and he was quickly interrupted by Moose from TNA, the TNA X Division champion Moose, and this was a shocking moment. I thought my jaw was on the floor drooling when AJ Styles and Braun Breaker were face to face. My mouth was really on the floor for this one. Honestly, Obafemi and Moose are about exactly the same size. They both have great speed in the ring. They both are powerhouse wrestlers. And honestly, I think this would be an excellent match. Moose mentioned after the segment he had with Obafemi that he was coming for Obafemi, and honestly, I would love to see it. I have seen a few Moose matches with him in TNA and on independent scenes, and I wondered if Moose would ever show up in WWE, and to NXT he has, and honestly, this will probably be one of the best matches for Obafemi. If he is able to retain the NXT Championship over a game Moose, that's gonna be one big name on his victim list for 2025. There's no denying that at all. I really love to see these two square off. I have no idea which way it would go. That's how even these two competitors are, in my opinion. I can't wait to see them clash physically. I think it's going to be one of the best NXT matches in all of NXT history. So why not do it at WrestleMania weekend? NXT Stand and Deliver, April 19th, the same day as WrestleMania Night 1. And honestly, you had Moose finally come over to interrupt Oba. Yeah, you could do it at Roadblock in a few weeks, but I really think a match of this magnitude, you're talking about the NXT champion, the dominant Oba Femi, taking on the TNA X Division champion, the dominant Moose. I'd be all here for it. I think it would be an excellent main event match for Stand and Deliver. It's a great way to tie in NXT versus TNA, because I've been eating it up. I can't wait to see what these two giants have for us in the middle of the ring, and imagine calling Moose the NXT champion. That would be insane to me. Yeah, we had Ethan Page as the NXT champion that came over from TNA last year, but we're talking about Moose here. This man it has so much power. I would compare this man to Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar, because the Moose is just built like that. And I really hope that we don't do this at Roadblock, because my big question is, will Oba Femi face Moose at NXT Stand and Deliver? And our fifth hot take of the week will take us over to Friday Night SmackDown. It will be amazing if Alexa Bliss joins the Wyatt Six. Well, we did see a promo from Alexa Bliss this past Friday night, presumably because she's in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. But still, after the Women's Elimination Chamber match, I would love to see Alexa Bliss join the Wyatt Six. I mean, when Alexa Bliss returned at the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble, she did have Lily with her. She did return to that creepy type of Alexa Bliss, and even the promo we saw on SmackDown showed Alexa Bliss, and she was in that creepy red and black attire. So I'd definitely be here for it. If you want Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to capture the women's tag team titles, then once Alexa Bliss joins the Wyatt Six, you've got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are right there to challenge. I like the chemistry that Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross had when they were a tag team in WWE a few times. So to be able to reunite that with Nikki Cross would be excellent for not only Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, but for the Wyatt Six as well. It would start to bring some gold to the Wyatt Six, which I definitely think is always a good idea. Alexa Bliss, we saw throughout her career, whether she was taunting Braun Strowman at the Swamp match in 2020, or Alexa Bliss was side by side with The Fiend. Alexa Bliss has proven to have an excellent gimmick with Bray Wyatt. So why not continue to honor that and add Alexa Bliss to the mix? In my opinion, they can't miss with this. I think Alexa Bliss is a perfect fit for the Wyatt Six. I really don't see any other angle that they could do at this point. The goddess role that she played in 2018, it was great. It did bring her the Raw Women's Championship on several occasions. But I think the creepy Alexa Bliss gimmick would be great. You could even have her go chase a championship with the tag team titles, like I said, with Nikki Cross. Really bring that spooky wooky factor over. I feel like Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross would thrive in this, and I feel like the Wyatt Six can really take WWE by storm by adding Alexa Bliss. Honestly, same goes with Braun Strowman if he ever decides to join the Wyatt Six. I think that would be another great addition. But I bring Alexa Bliss into this because of the promo we saw on Friday with her seeming to want to go back to the dark side. So my big thing, I think I'm all for it. Systems go for this, and at the end of the day, I would think it would be amazing if Alexa Bliss joined the Wyatt Six. Our final hot take of the week: should Cody Rhodes turn heel and join The Rock at the Elimination Chamber? Well, Cody Rhodes came to the building prepared to be in a six-man tag team match, teaming up with Braun Strowman and Damian Priest to take on the Bloodline. But the final boss, The Rock, showed up and removed Cody Rhodes from that match and said he had to talk to Cody Rhodes in person instead. So we ended up having The Rock come down to the ring. He ended up cutting a promo talking about how WrestleMania 42 was to take place live from New Orleans, Louisiana, which is where we was this week. And then proceeded to call the WWE Universe trailer park trash before he called out Cody Rhodes. And when Cody Rhodes came out, The Rock said, I don't want you to be their champion. I want you to be my champion. And The Rock proceeded to go on and say that he wanted nothing more than to take Cody Rhodes' soul. So definitely a very hook, line, sinker type storyline. Got me invested quick. The Rock had said to Cody Rhodes, if you join me, I can make sure you're set for life, your wife set for life, your kids are set for life, and you don't have to worry about anything. And The Rock said, don't give me your answer now. I'll see you at the Elimination Chamber in Toronto, and you could tell me then. So I'm guessing we're going to have a segment between Cody Rhodes and The Rock on March 1st in Toronto, the Elimination Chamber. And honestly, I can't wait to see where this goes from here. Cody Rhodes didn't have much to say during this segment, but should Cody Rhodes turn heel? I mean, let's be honest. Cody Rhodes has had an excellent run as a babyface. He was a babyface since he's made his return to WWE. He was a babyface when he tore his pec inside the Hell in a Cell. He was a babyface when he won the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 40, and he's been a babyface ever since. So that has been the one constant in WWE over the last 2 or 3 years, is Cody Rhodes is a top babyface. So if you're going to turn him heel at the Elimination Chamber, it's going to be one of the biggest swerves WWE has had in years, in my opinion. Honestly, I'm not against that at all. I think a heel turn for Cody Rhodes would rejuvenate his character. I think it'll help prevent it from going stale. I don't think it's in danger of going stale, but it's always good to stay ahead of that. I would like to see what WWE has up their sleeves for us if you're going to turn Cody Rhodes heel. If you turn him heel and Randy Orton stays face, could you set up a possible Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton angle for the undisputed WWE Championship? I'd be definitely be here for it. No question about that in my mind. But Cody Rhodes and The Rock are going to talk at the Elimination Chamber in Toronto, and he had said, we'll talk about it all then, and I'll get my answer from you then. So the big question is, should Cody Rhodes turn heel and join The Rock at the Elimination Chamber? And that was WWE Hot Take Season 2, Episode 7. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nikki D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nikki D. This is the Nikki D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.